Hi everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to my channel, Cherished Memories Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to make this pretty flower. It's got 4 layers of petals. And this is a burgundy color. And I also made one in white. I think it's a very pretty granny square. And this one I'm making for someone, so it's kind of big, but it's going to be a big blanket. So you can make as many rows as you want here. I used a 5mm hook and a 4-weight in yarn, and the flower itself is about not quite 6 inches. So if you want a smaller flower, just go down a size in the hook. And we'll go ahead and get started. First we're going to do a slip knot. Now we're going to chain 5. And now we're going to slip stitch into that first chain we did. And now we're going to chain 3. And this acts as our first double crochet. And we're going to go right back in that circle and do another double crochet. And you're going to do a total of 24 double crochets, and that includes your chain 3. So go ahead and do 24 of these, and I'll meet you back here at the end. Okay, I've got all 24 of mine, and that includes your chain 3. Now we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. We're going to chain 1, pull your yarn, cut it. So now go ahead and get the color that you want your flower to be. And just go ahead, it doesn't matter where you attach it, just go right in top of one of these double crochets, just like that. And just fasten on your yarn. Go ahead and insert your hook, pull up a loop, chain 1. Now we're going to go right back in that same space and do a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 2. And now we're going to go into the third 1, 2, 3 stitch and do a single crochet. Chain 2. 1, 2, 3, go in the third stitch and do a single crochet, and just continue this same pattern all the way to the end, and I'll meet you here. Okay, I'm at the end. Now we're going to slip stitch into this first single crochet we did. And you should have a total of 8 of these chain 2s. And so now we're going to go into this first chain 2 space, and we're going to do a single crochet. Now we're going to do 5 double crochets in that same space. And now we're going to do another single crochet all in that same space. And now you're going to skip over to the next chain 2 space. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do a single crochet and 5 doubles. And it gets a little tight, so just scoot them over. That's what helps lift the petals up. Now my single crochet, and just go ahead and continue this in each chain 2 square. Chain 2, single crochet, 5 double crochets, and a single crochet, and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. So now what we're going to do is, here's that first single crochet we did in this first petal. We're going to go ahead and slip stitch right into it. Now we're going to chain 3. And we're going to turn our work. And now here's the first petal. Go to the very end of this petal, and here's a single crochet. The last, or well, it would have been the first single crochet here, and here's a single crochet in the other petal. You're going to go do a slip stitch right between those two single crochets. Just like that. Now we're going to chain 3 again. Go to the end of this petal. And here's the single crochet in this petal. And here's the single crochet in the next petal. Just go right in between them, right there. And do a slip stitch. Then you're going to chain 3 and just continue this until you're at the end of the row, and I'll meet you here. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. I've got my 3 chains here. So we're going to slip stitch right here. Here's our first chain 3 we did. And right here at the beginning, we're just going to do a slip stitch there. Just like that. And now we're going to turn our work. See how the yarn is in front of my hook now? I'm just going to take it and put it, behind my hook. Okay, now here is our first chain 3 space. So we're going to go in here and we're going to do a single crochet. And now we're going to do 6 doubles. That's 3. And 6. And I'm going to put another single crochet in there. Now we're going to jump to the next chain 3 space and do a single and do 6 doubles. And a single, and then just jump over to the next chain 3 space and continue this pattern all the way to the end of the row, and I'll meet you here. Okay, I'm at the end. I'm just going to slip stitch into that first single crochet we did. Now we're going to turn our work, and now, well, first chain 4, I'm sorry. It works out a lot better if you do your chains before you turn. Okay, there's 4 chains. Now I'm going to turn my work. So now we're going to pass this first petal and go in between the last single crochet here and the first one here on this next petal and do our slip stitch. And that's what we're going to do for this row. Chain 4. And do a slip stitch in between those single crochets and continue that, and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. So I'm going to go over here and attach, slip stitch into the beginning of that first chain 4 we did. Slip stitch there. And now I'm going to turn my work. And I'm going to go ahead and put that yarn behind my hook. Okay, now we're going to go into this chain 4 here, and we're going to do a single crochet, and now we're going to do 7 double crochets. And 7, and a single crochet, and then you're going to jump over here to the next chain 4 space and do the same thing. There's my single crochet, and do 7 doubles and another single crochet, and just continue that to the end, and I'll meet you here. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. Now I'm going to slip stitch into that first single crochet, and if your flower is getting like a cup shape to it, that's fine. It will flatten out. Okay, so now we're going to chain 5. And we're going to turn our work, and we're going to skip this petal and go between this single crochet here on this flower and the single crochet on the next flower. Go right between those and do a slip stitch, and we're going to chain 5. And do the same thing in the next 2 single crochets after this petal. Just like that, and go ahead and continue the same pattern, chain 5 and then slip stitch between these 2 single crochets, and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm at the end, so I'm going to slip stitch here at the beginning of that chain 5. I'm going to turn my work, I'll put my yarn behind there. And now here, our first chain 5, we're going to go in that space and do a single crochet. And now we're going to do 8 doubles. And 8, and my single crochet, and then jump over here, do your single crochet and your 8 doubles, and another single crochet at the end, and continue that all the way here to the end, and do a single crochet, 8 double crochets, and a single crochet, and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm at the end, so now I'm going to slip stitch right into that first single crochet we did there in the row. And now we're going to chain 1, pull your yarn, we're going to cut off, and so here's your flower. You're just going to fix it. Just if you have that cup shape, just go ahead and fix it. Fix your petals, just pull them out. And it should look like that. And it will still flatten out just a little bit as you go on and we put our leaves on and the granny square. So now we're going to do the leaves. Okay. Choose any petal, it doesn't matter. Okay, and here is your last double crochet you did in this petal, and here's the single crochet. We're going to tie it on right there. Just like that. Now we're going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets. The first one we're going to do a little bit different than the rest of them. We're going to chain 2, and that'll be your first double crochet. Now you're going to yarn over. You're going to insert your hook right in that same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. No, we're not going to finish that double crochet yet. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and go through all those. Now we're going to chain 3. And now on the other side of the single crochet, in the space here, we're going to do another 3 double crochet cluster. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook in the next space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, insert your hook again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. So now we have 2 double crochets, not finished. We need 1 more. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through the first 2. So now we have 4 loops on our hook. The first one we only had 3 because we had the chain 2 there. So the rest of them you're going to have 4. Now yarn over and go through all those. So that's your first corner. Now we're going to chain 7. I'm going to skip over here, skip over this petal, and right here is your last single crochet in this petal, and here's the first single crochet in that petal. We're going to go right between those single crochets and do a single crochet. Now we're going to go chain 7 again. We're going to go over here and do our second corner. So we're going to do our 3 double crochet clusters again. Yarn over, and you're going to go right here is the single crochet, the last single crochet here in this petal. You're going to go on this side of it between the double crochet and the single crochet. So we've already yarned over, and we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. I'm going to do another one, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. We need 1 more, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. Now you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through all those. Now chain 3. And we're going to do it again on the other side of the single crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. That's our first double crochet there. Yarn over, insert your hook again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. Now we have 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. Now you have 4. We're going to yarn over and go through all those. So there is here's your first corner. You chain 7, did a single crochet, chain 7, and here's your second corner. And go ahead and continue that all the way here to the corner, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I'm at the end of my row, and now we're just going to join. Here's the chain 2 we did. Just go ahead on top of the next stitch and slip stitch right there. Okay, chain 1 for your work. And this is what we should have so far. And while you're working on it, it's still going to kind of go up, but it will correct itself when you start doing the granny square. And so now we're going to start the granny square. If my video cuts off, this is running a little bit longer than I thought, I'll go ahead and make a part 2, and I'll put that link in the description box if that happens. Hopefully it won't. Okay, so go ahead and we're going to connect our yarn right here in any corner. And you're going to do a chain 3. I'm going to yarn over that. And that's your first double crochet. And we're going to do 2 more double crochets. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. And we're going to jump over here on our chain space, and we're going to do 6 double crochets. And you're going to jump over to the next chain space and do 6 doubles. Oops. So now you're at your second corner, and go ahead and do 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. And in each of these chain spaces, you're going to do 6 double crochets and continue that to the end here, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I'm at the end. So now I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Now we're going to start row 2. You're going to chain 3, that's your first double crochet. And now you're going to go in that second stitch and do another double crochet. And on top of the next one, double crochet. Now we're in our corner. We're going to do 3 doubles. Chain 2 and 3 more doubles. And we're going to do a double crochet on top of each stitch all the way across. And right here, this one kind of hides, so don't forget that one. And just do a double crochet on top of every double crochet till you get to the corner, and then you'll do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and continue that until you get to the end, and I'll meet you here. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. I'm going to slip stitch right there on top of that chain 3 space. And you can continue as many rows as you want. I'm going to go ahead and cut off here. This one here, I did 5 rows, and it's pretty big. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off. Oops. Go ahead and fix all your petals. And this is what it should look like. And want to thank you for joining me today. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.